Hi, everyone. Susan Harrow, media coach, marketing strategist, author of Sell Yourself, Selling Yourself, published by HarperCollins, and CEO of PRSecrets.com, here today with a poem by Maya Stein called My Weekly Allotment of Soup. On a half sheet of paper, a list of directives: vacuum, empty trash, change the sheets. I shuffle through the house, making one pile where another of what I can't quite put away. En route to the post office, I notice the gas tank hovering toward empty, and I make another detour. Maybe I shouldn't wonder why it all feels like one of those exercise bands you push against for resistance, only to have it snap back tight against your calves. Here's what I forget: pleasure is no accident. It needs room on the same calendar as the dental appointment and the oil change. And add this to the list: a soup pot brushed with oil and a cutting board pixeled with diced onion and demi-circles of celery, and the dial in the vicinity of simmer. The eddies of the day will take you frothy as they are, but later a spoon will travel the dry ocean of your hunger and fill you again. Why I love poems. So specific, so much detail. Don't you just taste the soup? So as you're creating your stories for media, choose the best details that make your story pop, that draws people in, that allows them to see, feel, hear, and connect with you and really see what you're seeing, feel what you're feeling. One of my friends is a presentation coach, and one of the things that she talked about is putting your story in present time. So telling it as if it's happening now. So not telling it as in the past, like this happened to me, but today I went, or there was a day that I was here, like I did this, and I am doing that. So talking about it in the present tense. I'm trying to think if there's an example I can give you to illustrate that. So I'm walking in my neighborhood and I'm doing a video, and a friend, neighbor pops in and she's talking to me as I do the video. And so I speak to her and continue my video. And the reason why I didn't stop the video is sometimes the spontaneous, the things that happen right as the unexpected makes it most lively. And on a TV interview or a print interview, not necessarily print, but TV live interviews, what makes them so exciting is that something new will happen. And that's one of the reasons why interviewers want to catch you off guard, because they want something fresh, they want something new. So we want to have the practice story, the kinds of things that you want to get out of you. And we also want you to be free to be spontaneous so you can respond in the moment, while being super cognizant of making sure that you say something that is relevant to your audience, but also that you know that you want on public permanent record. So that's the difference. That's where we call what we call message discipline, or being able to be that free and spontaneous and still make sure that you don't say something that you regret. And that's part of what takes practice. And that's why I suggest, get out your webcam, do this regularly, practice, and then we role play different scenarios, your different circumstances, different personality types, different trigger points. We practice that over and over again, so you get used to being in this kind of these surprise situations, so then you can respond organically and naturally, but still staying in your zone of genius and still saying things that are within your own integrity, that the message that you want to get out there. Let me come back to my point. Oh, speaking stories in the present. So talking about the circumstances if it's happening now. So you don't have to do that all the time, but it's a really great way. I think that's what comedians do too. I was just watching a comedian last night. Did he do that? I'll have to think. I think he talked about the situation and then put us there, and then talked about it in the present, because he was talking about himself as a child. I'll have to review that and get back to you on that. But that is a technique that you can use and think about and incorporate into your media interviews and your media appearances. I hope you enjoyed this poem as much as I did, and I'll talk to you soon.